Lilig has come online. Isola has come online.
Well
You
met.
sold your junk for 5 silver 3 copper.
Go with honor, friend.
Best Star has come online. Yabank has gone offline. Yalaso has come online.
Good day to you.
Lilig has come online.
Welcome bro, welcome. Present bro, Nok is di sana lebaran hari apa bang? Bang Nok di sana lebaran hari apa? Oh, the same Saturday. Are you clairvoyant or something? Saturday, yeah, same. We are
View Bob has gone offline.
same. You know, in Saturday. No, I'm not. I'm not clairvoyant. You know.
Duper Snooper says, anyone need to kill King Bangladesh.
You got my attention.
Chapter 3 completed. Experience
Permisi,
gained
guys.
1100.
You receive item, Green Hills of Stranglethorn, Chapter 3.
Mancing dulu guys buat bahan baku ya, dikarenakan bahan bakunya ikannya mau habis. Kita mancing dulu guys. Musup.
You receive loot, raw bristle whisker catfish.
Dabs has come online.
BTW main di rumah apa di warnet bang? Main di rumah ini. Di warnet jarang main bang. Siap.
You feel normal.
You receive loot, shiny fish scales. You receive loot, glistening frenzy scale. You receive loot, shiny fish scales.
Kalau ke mall nggak bisa mau. Saya tidak wanita rumahan, nggak akan keluar stand.
You receive loot, raw bristle whisker catfish. You receive loot, raw mithril head trout.
Nomad has gone offline. Ritsuya has come online. Mixed has invited you to join a group. Dungeon difficulty set to normal. All saved instances have been reset. Nomad has come online. Minute Mural has gone offline. Sidenese has gone offline.
You receive loot, raw mithril head trout.
Sidenese has come online. Vou is now healer. Ritsuya has gone offline. Nomad has gone offline.
You receive loot, raw greater sage fish.
Penetrator has gone offline.
I can't use that.
Davix has gone offline. Sabis has defeated Sirik Darksoon in a duel. Skarkon joins the party.
Skarkon says, hello. You receive loot, raw bristle whisker catfish. Gix says, Kath. Skarkon says, can you please some? You receive loot, raw greater sage fish.
Nomad has come online. Yalaso has gone offline. Yabank has come online.
Spletcher receives loot, silk cloths 3. Spletcher receives loot, green hills of Stranglethorn, page 4. Spletcher receives loot, skull splitter tusk. Spletcher receives loot, Chief Brigadier pauldrons. Spletcher receives loot, silk cloths 2.
Rogue Ambit has come online.
Spletcher receives loot, greater healing potions 2. Spletcher receives loot, delicious cave molds 2. Spletcher receives loot, crude pocket watch. Spletcher receives loot, silk cloths 2. Spletcher receives loot. Troll sweat. Spletcher receives loot. Skull splitter tusk. Spletcher receives loot. Skull splitter tusk. Spletcher receives loot. Skull splitter fetish. Spletcher receives loot. Silk cloths 3. Spletcher receives loot. Wild vine.
Siap, gimana bang? Bang Nox, Bang BTW cara donate gimana? Bentar di YouTube.
Spletcher receives loot. Skull splitter
Donate.
tusk.
Ya bank has gone
Mungkin bisa
offline.
di-scan kalau donate bang. Gak usah repot-repot.
Yalaso has come online.
Bisa di-scan kalau donate.
Wicked Sheep has come online.
You receive loot. Raw mithril head trout. Spletcher receives loot. Skull splitter tusk. You receive loot. Raw bristle whisker catfish. You receive loot. Raw mithril head trout. You receive loot. Raw mithril head trout.
Division has gone offline.
You receive loot. Raw bristle whisker catfish. Spletcher receives loot. Troll sweat. You receive loot. Raw bristle whisker catfish. You receive loot. Raw mithril head trout. You receive loot. 19-pound catfish. You receive loot. Raw mithril head trout.
Udah,
Spletcher receives loot. Silk cloth.
bentar di YouTube. Boleh bang, silakan.
Spletcher receives loot. Green Hills of Strangled Dorn. Page 18.
Kayaknya di-scan kalau mau donate bang. Itu
Division
ada
has come online.
QRIS-nya.
You receive loot. Raw bristle whisker
Udah
catfish.
emang ngalah udah.
You receive loot. Raw bristle whisker catfish.
LCH has come online.
Welcome guys yang baru bergabung.
You receive loot, raw mithril head trout. Fletcher receives loot, troll sweat.
Go.
Skarkon leaves the party. Lilalman joins the party.
Lilalman says, yo.
Edius has gone offline.
Scarlet Sentry says, the light condemns all who harbor evil. Now you will die.
Ganzar has gone offline.
Scarlet Sentry attempts to run away in fear.
Udah masuk kah?
Ganzar has come
Udah bang,
online.
udah. Thank you. Bang Nos, thank you. Udah masuk tuh, ada tuh. Ada di sana di apa? Kelihatan di. Thank you. Ada ini udah kelihatan tuh. Naik 5.000. Thank you bang, thank you ya. Semoga Allah ganti berlipat-lipat, amin. Sedekah di bulan Ramadan itu berpahala. Donate. Thank you a lot.
That spell is I can't pass that yet. It's still charging. That spell is I can't pass that yet. It's still charging.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged.
That spell is
Interface action failed because of an add-on. Yasmin has come online.
Scarlet Defender
Siap
attempts to run
bang.
away
Aduh,
in fear.
ngerepotin, masya Allah. Thank you. Jazakallah
Your
khair.
share of the loot is 1
Gak
silver,
apa, 5.000
35
10.000 yang
copper.
penting ikhlas ya.
Your share of the loot
Percuma
is
besar
40
kalau gak
copper.
ikhlas juga itu tidak akan jadi pahala.
Silk cloths 4.
Karena ada suatu pesan
Your share of the loot is
yang
1 silver,
dikatakan
45 copper.
dari Rasulullah kepada Muaz. Ya
Fletcher
Muaz,
receives loot,
ahli nindaka
silk
yakfika
cloths
amul
2.
qalil. Wahai Muaz, jagalah
You receive
amalanmu,
loot, silk
amalan
cloths 3.
sedikit dan ikhlas itu sudah
Your share of the loot
mencukupi.
is 1 silver,
Itulah pesan
92
Rasulullah
copper.
kepada
Kix says,
Muaz
I
bin
will put
Jabal.
it here.
Jadi amalan sedikit itu bakal mencukupi. Thank you Bang Nox.
Yeleso has
Thank
gone
you.
offline.
charging.
Yabank has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon says, there is no escape for you. The crusade shall destroy all who carry the Scourge's pain. Scarlet Sorcerer says, you carry the taint of the scourge. Prepare to enter the twisting net. Fletcher receives loot, dust of deterioration's form. Fletcher receives loot, dust of the cakes too.
Drone drill has come online.
Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Loot, Renegade Boots of the Bear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 58 copper. Loot, Splecha has selected Greed 4, Renegade Boots of the Bear. Loot, Lilalman has selected Greed 4, Renegade Boots of the Bear. Loot, Citron. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 49 copper.
Failed because of an add-on.
Ibu yang penting ikhlas ya.
Lilalman receives loot, Silk Cloths 2. Loot, Gixt has selected Need 4, Citron. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 16 copper. Loot, Gixt has selected Greed 4, Scarlet Belt. Loot, VO has selected Greed 4, Renegade Boots of the Bear. Loot, Splecha has selected Greed 4, Scarlet Belt. Loot, VO has selected Greed 4, Citron. Lilalman has selected Greed 4, Citron. Splecha has selected Greed 4, Citron. VO has selected Greed 4, Scarlet Belt. Lilalman has selected Greed 4, Scarlet Belt. Gixt has selected Greed 4, Renegade Boots of the Bear. Splecha receives loot, Silk Cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 96 copper. Gixt receives loot, Silk Cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 81 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 17 copper. VO receives loot, Stormwind Bree. Splecha receives loot, Worn Junk Box. Gixt says, Mage buff please. You receive loot, Scroll of Spirit 3. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 22 copper. Loot, you passed on, Renegade Boots of the Bear. Loot, Greed Roll, 89 for Renegade Boots of the Bear by Viola. Loot, Greed Roll, 92 for Renegade Boots of the Bear by Kix. Loot, Greed Roll, 82 for Renegade Boots of the Bear by Splecha. Loot, Greed Roll, 55 for Renegade Boots of the Bear by Lilalman. Loot, Gixt 1, Renegade Boots of the Bear. Gixt receives loot, Renegade Boots of the Bear. Loot, you have selected Need 4, Scarlet Belt. Loot, Need Roll, 21 for Scarlet Belt by Galstangus. Loot, you won, Scarlet Belt. You receive loot, Scarlet Belt. Lilalman receives loot, Gold Horns 3. Loot, you have selected Need 4, Citron. Loot, Need Roll, 46 for Citron Bimekix. Loot, need roll, 34 for Citron by Galstangus. Loot, Gixt 1, Citron. Gixt receives loot, Citron. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 23 copper. Lalalman receives loot, light root. Fletcher receives loot, hardened leather boots. Your share of the loot is 74 copper. Scarlet Sorcerer attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Sorcerer attempts to run away in fear. Galstangus says, P/. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 81 copper. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 71 copper. Galstangus says, anyone have water?
Neki has gone offline. Roger has come online.
Lalalman receives loot, sweet nectar. Your share of the loot is 48 copper. Lalalman creates, Conjured Spring Waterx 20. You receive loot, Silk Cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 37 copper. You receive item, Conjured Spring Waterx 20. Galstangus says, thanks you a lot. Lalalman says, ha ha ha. Lalalman says, thanks you. Loot, Savage Axe of Agility. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 29 copper. Loot, VO has selected Greed 4, Savage Axe of Agility. Loot, Gixt has selected Greed 4, Savage Axe of Agility. Your share of the loot is 87 copper. Loot, Fletcher has selected Greed 4, Savage Axe of Agility. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 28 copper. Fletcher receives loot, Mage Weave Cloth. Fletcher receives loot, Greater Healing Potion. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 82 copper. Lalalman receives loot, Silk Cloth. You have selected Need 4, Savage Axe of Agility. Loot, Lalalman has selected Greed 4, Savage Axe of Agility. Loot, Need roll, 87 for Savage Axe of Agility by Galstangus. Loot, you won, Savage Axe of Agility. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 66 copper. You receive loot, Savage Axe of Agility. You receive loot, Silk Cloths 4. Your share of the loot is 49 copper. Lalalman receives loot, Gold Horns 2.
Yabank has gone offline. Varinar has come online. Yalaso has come online.
Scarlet Sorcerer attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Sorcerer attempts to run away in fear. Gixt receives loot, Greater Healing Potion. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 5 copper. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 24 copper. Lalalman has selected Greed 4, Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla. Spletcha has selected Greed 4, Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla. VO receives loot, Hardened Leather Helm. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 67 copper.
Kakatos has gone offline.
Scarlet Sorcerer attempts to run away in fear. Loot. Vito has selected Breed 4, Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla. You receive loot, Silk Cloths 3. Lalalman receives loot, Silk Cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 52 copper.
Stenlape has gone offline.
Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Loot. Gixt has selected Greed 4, Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla. Loot. You passed on, Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla. Loot. Greed roll, 44 for Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla by Fletcha. Loot. Greed roll, 30 for Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla by Gixt. Loot. Greed roll, 57 for Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla by Vito. Greed roll, 39 for Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla by Lalalman. Loot. Vio1, Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla. Vio receives Greenstone Talisman of the Gorilla. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Gixt receives loot, Silk Cloth. Your share of the loot is 53 copper. Your share of the loot is 48 copper. Your share of the loot is 3 silver, 54 copper. Lalalman creates, Monojade.
Mad Toy has come online.
Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Abbot becomes enraged.
Carterville has gone offline.
Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Gixt receives loot, Stormwind Bree. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 8 copper. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Aurora Bracers. Your share of the loot is 67 copper. Loot. Lalalman has selected Greed 4, Aurora Bracers. Your share of the loot is 46 copper. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Loot. Gixt has selected Greed 4, Aurora Bracers. Loot. Twilight Cape of the Whale. Loot. Fletcha has selected Greed 4, Aurora Bracers. Your share of the loot is 55 copper. Loot. Fletcha has selected Greed 4, Twilight Cape of the Whale. Loot. VO has selected Greed 4, Aurora Bracers. Lalalman receives loot, Silk Cloths 4. You receive loot, Silk Cloths 2. Gixt has selected Greed 4, Twilight Cape of the Whale. Lalalman has selected Greed 4, Twilight Cape of the Whale. Your share of the loot is 78 copper. VO has selected Greed 4, Twilight Cape of the Whale. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 76 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 33 copper. Vio receives loot, Silk Cloths 2. Fletcha receives loot, Deathly Spot. You passed on, Aurora Bracers. Greed roll, 48 for Aurora Bracers by Lalalman. Loot. Greed roll, 7 for Aurora Bracers by Gixt. Loot. Greed roll, 43 for Aurora Bracers by VOO. Loot. Greed roll, 64 for Aurora Bracers by Spletia. Loot, Spletia 1, Aurora Bracers. Spletia receives loot, Aurora Bracers.
Live Death has gone offline.
Loot, you passed on, Twilight Cape of the Whale. Loot, Greed roll, 66 for Twilight Cape of the Whale by Kix. Loot, Greed roll, 96 for Twilight Cape of the Whale by VOO. Loot, Greed roll, 33 for Twilight Cape of the Whale by Spletia. Greed roll, 26 for Twilight Cape of the Whale by Malala. Twilight Cape of the Whale. VOO receives loot, Twilight Cape of the Whale. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear.
I need a target.
Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 40 copper. Scarlet Abbot becomes enraged. Scarlet Abbot becomes enraged. Scarlet Abbot becomes enraged. VOO receives loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 68 copper. Lilalman receives loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 84 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 32 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 42 copper. Lilalman creates, Monojade. You receive loot, silk cloths 4. Your share of the loot is 89 copper.
Red Priests has come online.
Scarlet Chaplain attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Abbot becomes enraged. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Kix receives loot, silk cloths 3. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear.
They must be purified.
Your share of the loot is 37 copper. VOO receives loot, silk cloths 4. Your share of the loot is 2 silver.
Can't pass that yet.
Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 14 copper. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 60 copper.
Ciandromiold has come online.
You receive loot, silk cloths 3.
I need a target.
VOO receives loot, interlaced cow. VOO receives loot, silk cloths 4.
Arise,
Your
my
share
champion.
of the loot is 2 silver, 72
At your
copper.
side, my lady.
Your share of the loot is 29 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 22 copper. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Chaplain attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear.
Ciandromiold has gone offline.
Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 41 copper. Loot, Pendant of Mizrael. Your share of the loot is 48 copper. Your share of the loot is 68 copper. Loot, Lilalman has selected Greed 4, Pendant of Mizrael. Loot, Splecha has selected Greed 4, Pendant of Misrael. Loot, VO has selected Greed 4, Pendant of Misrael. Your share of the loot is 97 copper. Loot, you have selected Need 4, Pendant of Misrael. Loot, Need roll, 29 for Pendant of Misrael by Galstangus. Loot, you won, Pendant of Misrael. You receive loot, Pendant of Misrael. Your share of the loot is 59 copper. VO receives loot, Silk Cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 86 copper. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 97 copper.
Time is money, friend.
Your share of the loot is 92 copper.
Be good.
Theandromiold has come online.
Interesting.
Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 81 copper. Loot, branded leather bracers. Your share of the loot is 89 copper. Lilalman receives loot, Silk Cloths 3. Loot, Lilalman has selected Greed 4, branded leather bracers. Loot, VO has selected Greed 4, branded leather bracers. Lilalman creates, Conjured Spring Waterx 20. Loot, Gixt has selected Greed 4, branded leather bracers.
Theandromiold has gone offline.
Loot, Splecha has selected Greed 4, branded leather bracers.
Not Baldiat has gone offline.
Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Chaplain attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Loot, Insignia Mantle. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. VO receives loot, Silk Cloths 4. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 36 copper. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Loot, Lilalman has selected Greed 4, Insignia Mantle. Loot, VO has selected Greed 4, Insignia Mantle.
Lilbrink has come online.
Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 16 copper. Lilalman receives loot, double mail shoulder pads. Loot, Gixt has selected Greed 4, Insignia Mantle. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 23 copper. Loot, Splecha has selected Greed 4, Insignia Mantle. Splecha receives loot, Mageweave Cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 63 copper. Loot, you have selected Need 4, Insignia Mantle. Loot, Need roll, 83 for Insignia Mantle by Galstangus. Loot, you won, Insignia Mantle. You receive loot, Insignia Mantle.
Not Baldiat has come online.
Your share of the loot is 61 copper. You receive loot, Interlaced Belt. Your share of the loot is 39 copper. Loot, you passed on, branded leather bracers. Loot, Greed roll, 93 for branded leather bracers by Lilalman. Loot, Greed roll, 80 for branded leather bracers by Gixt. Loot, Greed roll, 8 for branded leather bracers by VOO. Loot, Greed roll, 95 for branded leather bracers by Splecha. Loot,
Got the best
Spletcha
deals
1,
anywhere.
branded leather bracers. Kix says, are you planning to use any of this that you needing on? Kix says, since you not switching anything out.
Quiju has gone offline.
Have a good one.
Lalalman says, ooh.
LCH has gone offline. Beeblink has come online.
Kix says, 100. BO receives loot, soul dusts 4.
You have been removed from the group. You aren't in a party.
Scarlet Commander Mograine yells, infidels. They must be purified. High Inquisitor Whitemane yells, Mograine has fallen? You shall pay for this treachery. High Inquisitor Whitemane yells, arise, my champion. Scarlet Commander Mograine yells, at your side, milady. Lalalman whispers, sad.
You feel rested. Wicked Sheep has gone offline. Hierami has gone offline. Shakama has invited you to join a group. Dungeon difficulty set to normal. All saved instances have been reset.
You sold your junk for 12 silver 62 copper. Shakama says, hey SM Arm.
Kothiagar has gone offline. Evragoros has gone offline. Auction created. Auction created. Auction created. Yalaso has gone offline. Yabank has come online. Not Baldayat has gone offline. Auction created. Auction created. A buyer has been found for your auction of ruined leather scraps. Auction created.
Raf,
Auction
anjay
created.
kangen banget main WoW.
Auction created.
Mantap bang, udah main WoW bang. Ini saya
Auction
baru main 2
created.
mingguan nih. Baru
Auction
ngerintis
created.
main WoW. Gimana?
Auction created.
Seru gak main WoW? Perlu kesah.
Auction
Bang Raf.
created. Auction created. Auction created. Auction created. Kothiagar has come online. Not Baldayat has come online.
Shakama says, summons Inc. Shakama says, still need Dal.
Kalists has gone offline. Not Baldayat has gone offline. Red Priests has gone offline.
Shakama says, if you res we can just some I know or in treacherous area. Paladin receives loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 18 copper.
Hierami has come online. Kalists has come online. Not Baldayat has come online. Naomi Cute has come online.
Your share of the loot is 37 copper.
Yabank has gone offline. Yalaso has come online. Best Star has gone offline. Lelate has come online. Mrs. has gone offline.
Scarlet Augur attempts to run away in fear.
That spell isn't ready yet.
Your share of the loot is 56 copper.
Best Star has come online. Yalaso has gone offline. Yabank has come online.
I need a target.
Angradin has gone
I need
offline.
a target.
Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear.
You feel normal.
Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 57 copper.
Jolandriel has gone offline.
I can't attack that. Can't pass that. Can't attack that. Can't pass that.
Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear. Crag Fury receives loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 39 copper. You receive loot, mage wheat cloths 2. You receive loot, stormwind 3. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 61 copper. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 47 copper. Shakama says, roll for chest. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear.
Crag Fury rolls 78, 1 to 100. Shakama rolls 55, 1 to 100. Paladin rolls 67, 1 to 100.
Your share of the loot is 84 copper. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear. Crag Fury receives loot, greater healing potion. Your share of the loot is 90 copper. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear.
I can't attack that.
Notball Diet has gone offline.
Scarlet Conjurer attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear. Loot, Jade. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 34 copper. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 64 copper. Loot, Dalania has selected need for, Jade. Loot, Shakama has selected greed for, Jade. Loot, Crag Fury has selected greed for, Jade.
I'm out of range.
Loot, Paladin has selected need for,
Need to get
Jade.
closer.
Loot, you have selected greed for, Jade. Loot, need roll, 37 for Jade by Paladin. Loot, need roll, 81 for Jade by Dalania. Loot, Dalania 1, Jade. Dalania receives loot, Jade. Your share of the loot is 71 copper.
Rose Dark has come online. Angradin has come online.
Shakama says, okay Ima need next time on us Ethan
I can't
LOL.
attack that.
Shakama says, JC.
Notball Diet has come online.
Loot, for loots. Crag Fury receives loot, for Stonex 3. Crag Fury receives loot, Stormwind Breaks 2. Crag Fury receives loot, Silk Cloths 3. Crag Fury receives loot, Mana Potion. Crag Fury receives loot, Mana Potion. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 13 copper. Loot, Crag Fury selected breed 4, Aurora Boots. Loot, Shakama has selected breed 4, Aurora Boots. Loot, Paladin has selected breed 4, Aurora Boots.
Dravik has come online.
Loot, Dalania has selected breed 4, Aurora Boots. Your share of the loot is 69 copper. Loot, you have selected breed 4, Aurora Boots. Loot, greed roll, 54 for Aurora Boots by Dalania. Loot, greed roll, 57 for Aurora Boots by Crack Fury. Loot, greed roll, 43 for Aurora Boots by Paladin. Loot, greed roll, 43 for Aurora Boots by Shotgun. Greed roll, 80 for Aurora Boots by Gas Angus. Aurora Boots. Scarlet Protector attempts to run away in fear. You receive loot, Aurora Boots. Scarlet Soldier attempts to run away in fear.
Congratulations, you have reached level 40.
That spells.
You have gained 44 hit points and 45 mana. You have gained 1 talent point. Your strength increases by 1. Your agility increases by 1. Your stamina increases by 2. Your intellect increases by 1. Your spirit increases by 1.
Shakama receives loot, silk cloths 4. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 99 copper. Dalania receives loot, silk cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 87 copper. You receive loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 36 copper. Scarlet Guardsman attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Guardsman attempts to run away in fear. Shakama receives loot, silk cloths 2. Shakama receives loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 67 copper. Galstangus says, anyone have water? You receive item, area 611. Galstangus says, thanks a lot. Shakama says, Dalania receives loot, silk cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 93 copper. Scarlet Evoker says, you carry the taint of the scourge. Prepare to enter the twisting nether.
Ganon has come online. Mad Toy has gone offline.
Scarlet Protector attempts to run away in fear.
Learned Lesso has come online.
Scarlet Guardsman attempts to run away in fear. 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 Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 11 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 47 copper. Paladin receives loot, Mage Weave cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 38 copper. Your share of the loot is 79 copper.
Yabank has gone offline. Ganon has gone offline. Yalaso has come online.
You receive loot, Hardened Cloak. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 9 copper.
Dravik has gone offline.
Scarlet Protector attempts to run away in fear.
Old Frosty Man has gone offline.
Scarlet Guardsman attempts to run away in fear.
Luke Utopia has come online.
Can't cast that yet. It's still
Scarlet
charging.
Guardsman
I
attempts
need
to
a
run
dark
away in
one.
fear.
Spell isn't ready yet.
Scarlet Guardsman attempts to run away in fear.
I need a
Crack
dark
Fury
one.
receives loot, Silk Cloth. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 18 copper.
I need a dark one.
Paladin receives loot, Mage Weave Cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 58 copper. Shakama receives loot, Stormwind Bree. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 14 copper. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Paladin receives loot, Silk Cloth. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 57 copper. Your share of the loot is 78 copper.
Old Frosty Man has come online.
Scarlet Evoker attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Protector attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 89 copper. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Loot, Glyph Bracers. Your share of the loot is 2 silver,
I need a
64
dark one.
copper.
Can't cast that yet. That spell isn't ready
Loot,
yet.
Crack Fury has selected Greed 4, Glyph Bracers. Loot, Paladin has selected Greed 4, Glyph Bracers. Dalinia has selected Greed 4, Glyph Bracers. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 68 copper. Shakama has selected Greed 4, Glyph Bracers. You have selected Greed 4, Glyph Bracers. Greed Roll, 89 for Glyph Bracers by Galstangus. Loot, Greed Roll, 75 for Glyph Bracers by Paladin. Loot, Greed Roll, 41 for Glyph Bracers by Dalinia. Loot, Greed Roll, 55 for Glyph Bracers by Crack Fury. Loot, Greed Roll, 78 for Glyph Bracers by Shakama. Loot, U1, Glyph Bracers. You receive loot, Glyph Bracers.
Isola has gone offline.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in
Can't
fear.
cast that yet. It's still charging.
Your share of the loot is 53 copper.
Cast that yet.
Scarlet Guardsman attempts to run away in fear.
Joan's Reel has come online.
Can't cast that yet. It's still
Dalinia receives loot, Silk Cloths 3.
It's still charging.
Dalinia receives loot, Taut Compound Bow. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 30 copper. Your share of the loot is 84 copper. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 21 copper. Your share of the loot is 87 copper.
Division has gone offline.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged.
Cast that yet. It's still
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged.
Can't cast that yet.
Your share of the loot is 36 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 50 copper. Shakama says, think we got cap in us after or too low / not enough time for anyone.
Crag Fury has died.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Paladin says, at #$MB. Shakama receives loot, Silk Cloth. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 75 copper. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Shakama says, Did you egg LOL? Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear.
Sniper has come online.
Paladin receives loot. Silk clocks 3. And your share of the loot is 1 silver, 9 copper. Crag Fury says, yes. Your share of the loot is 44 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 54 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 14 copper. Paladin says, love. Shakama says, good stuff. Your share of the loot is 84 copper.
Sniper has gone offline.
Scarlet Evoker attempts to run away in fear.
For a real challenge.
Division has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged.
I need a target.
Isaiah has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes
Need
enraged.
some light.
And your board has gone offline.
Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 21 copper.
Right? Give me strength.
Your share of the loot is 66 copper. Dalania receives loot. Mage Weave
Need
costs
some
3.
light.
Your share of the loot is 69 copper. You receive loot. Silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 60 copper. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 5 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 13 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 6 copper. You receive loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 96 copper.
Old Frosty Man has gone offline.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Protector attempts to run away in fear. Shakama receives loot, silk cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 56 copper.
Old Frosty Man has come online.
You receive loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 32 copper.
Yalaso has gone offline. Yabank has come online.
Crag Fury says, Ki. Haha. Your share of the loot is 89 copper. Herod yells, ah, I've been waiting for a real challenge. Herod yells, blades of light.
Masato has gone offline.
Herod becomes enraged. Herod yells, light, give me strength. Herod yells, blades of light. Scarlet trainee yells, the master has fallen. Avenge him, my brethren. Shakama says, RT1 Questy, 1/1 Herod 440 in the name of the light, 1053. Loot, scarlet leggings. Your share of the loot is 75 copper. Loot, Crack Fury has selected greed 4, scarlet leggings. Loot, Paladin has selected need 4, scarlet leggings. Loot, Shakama passed on, scarlet leggings. Loot, Dalania has selected greed 4, scarlet leggings. Your share of the loot is 1 copper. Dalania receives loot, silk cloths 2. Dalania receives loot, stone war X. Your share of the loot is 7 copper. Your share of the loot is 10 copper. Dalania receives loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 7 copper. Shakama says, GZ. Shakama receives loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 5 copper. Your share of the loot is 6 copper. Your share of the loot is 4 copper. Paladin receives loot, gold cloths 3. Paladin receives loot, meat cleaver. Your share of the loot is 5 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 copper. Shakama says, Kath ore. Your share of the loot is 4 copper. You receive loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 5 copper. You receive loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 2 copper. Crack Fury says, you'll do, but slow pulls. Loot, you passed on, scarlet leggings. Loot, meat roll, 6 for scarlet leggings by Paladin. Loot, Paladin 1, scarlet leggings. Paladin receives loot, scarlet leggings.
Ryan has gone offline. Monox has come online.
Shakama says, Mono. Scarlet Murdoch says, the light condemns all who harbor evil. Now you will die.
Stem Lake has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. You receive loot, silk cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 26 copper.
Yabank has gone offline. Yalaso has come online.
Dalania receives loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 39 copper.
Card Ryan has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged.
Mad Toy has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Dalania creates, Conjured Spring Waterx 18. Dalania creates, Conjured Spring Waterx 2. Dalania creates, Conjured Spring Waterx 16. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 43 copper. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Paladin receives loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 99 copper. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear.
Salvia has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Loot, strong iron lockbox. Your share of the loot is 43 copper. Dalania has selected need 4, strong iron lockbox. Loot, Crack Fury has selected greed 4, strong iron lockbox. Loot, Paladin has selected greed 4, strong iron lockbox. Shotgun has selected greed 4, strong iron lockbox. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 36 copper. Your share of the loot is 3 silver, 15 copper. Crack Fury says, focus wizards and interrupt. You receive loot, silk cloths 4. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 77 copper.
Angradin has gone offline.
Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Loot, you passed on. Strong iron lockbox. Loot, need roll. 89 for strong iron lockbox by Dalania. Loot, Dalania 1. Strong iron lockbox. Dalania receives loot. Strong iron lockbox. Your share of the loot is 68 copper. Scarlet Sorcerer attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Your share of the loot is 88 copper. Crack Fury receives loot. Silk Cloth. Your share of the loot is 69 copper. Shakama receives loot. Silk Cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 30 copper.
Red Priestess has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Defender attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 77 copper. Scarlet Myrmidon says, there is no escape for you. The crusade shall destroy all who carry the Scourge's taint. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Loot, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 28 copper. Loot, Crack Fury has selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Paladin has selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Shakama has selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Dalania has selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger.
Chemistrufia has come online.
Loot, you have selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Greed Roll, 93 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Crack Fury. Loot, Greed Roll, 49 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Paladin. Loot, Greed Roll, 22 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Dalania. Loot, Greed Roll, 62 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Galstangus. Loot, Greed Roll, 36 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Shakama. Loot, Crack Fury 1, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Crack Fury receives loot, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Your share of the loot is 91 copper. Loot, Shakama has selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Crack Fury has selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Paladin has selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Dalania has selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, you have selected Breed 4, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Loot, Breed Roll, 74 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Shakama. Loot, Breed Roll, 56 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Dalania. Loot, Greed Roll, 44 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Crack Fury. Loot, Greed Roll, 69 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Galstangus. Loot, Greed Roll, 80 for Knightly Longsword of the Tiger by Paladin. Loot, Paladin 1, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Paladin receives loot, Knightly Longsword of the Tiger. Scarlet Sorcerer attempts to run away in fear. Shakama says, resist LOL. You receive loot, interlaced gun. Your share of the loot is 3 silver, 47 copper. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Gauntlets. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 46 copper. Crack Fury has selected Greed 4, Scarlet Gauntlets. Loot, you passed on, Scarlet Gauntlets. Loot, Dalania has selected Greed 4, Scarlet Gauntlets. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged.
Stem Lake has gone offline.
Loot, Shakama has selected Greed 4, Scarlet Gauntlets. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 74 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 80 copper. Loot, Paladin has selected Greed 4, Scarlet Gauntlets. Greed roll, 56 for Scarlet Gauntlets by Dalania. Greed roll, 22 for Scarlet Gauntlets by Paladin. Loot, Greed roll, 53 for Scarlet Gauntlets by Crack Fury. Loot, Greed roll, 14 for Scarlet Gauntlets by Shakama. Loot, Dalania 1, Scarlet Gauntlets. Dalania receives loot, Scarlet Gauntlets.
Naomi Q has gone offline. Best Star has gone offline. Best Star has come online. Mentor has gone offline.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Crack Fury receives loot, Silk Cloth Swarm. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 18 copper. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 70 copper.
Sten Lape has come online.
Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Scarlet Myrmidon becomes enraged. Loot, Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer. Paladin receives loot, Double Mail Vest. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 31 copper. Loot, Shakama has selected Greed 4, Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer. Loot, Paladin has selected Greed 4, Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer. Dalania has selected Need 4, Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer. Crack Fury has selected Greed 4, Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer. Loot, you passed on, Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer. Loot, Need roll, 10 for Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer by Dalania. Loot, Dalania 1, Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer. Dalania receives loot, Formula, Enchant Weapon, Lesser Beast Slayer. Paladin receives loot, Silk Cloth. Your share of the loot is 71 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 34 copper.
Jolandriel has gone offline.
Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Crack Fury receives loot, Silk Cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 74 copper. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Shakama receives loot, Silk Cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 59 copper. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 62 copper.
Janox has gone offline. Staberindum has gone offline.
Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Paladin receives loot, reflective heater. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 56 copper. Scarlet Champion says, the Scarlet Crusade shall smite the wicked and drive evil from these lands. Scarlet Champion says, there is no escape here. The Crusade shall destroy all who carry the Scourge's taint. Scarlet Havoc becomes enraged. Dalania says, bring down. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 81 copper. Shotgun receives loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 65 copper. Crack Fury receives loot, greater healing potion.
I need a target.
Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 19 copper. Dalania receives loot, large war club. Dalania receives loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 75 copper. You receive loot, silk cloths 3. You receive loot, Stormwind 3. Your share of the loot is 93 copper.
Jolandriel has come online. Jolandriel has left the game. Sabalay has come online. Newsletter has left the game. Madtoy has come online. Sabalay has gone offline.
Scarlet Chaplain attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion 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 attempts to run away in fear. You receive loot, silk cloths 2. You receive loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 1 copper. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 59 copper. Twilight Mantle of the Owl. Shotgun receives loot, silk cloth. Shotgun receives loot, Stormwind 3. Your share of the loot is 4 silver, 29 copper. Paladin receives loot, silk cloths 3. Loot, Crack Fury has selected green 4, Twilight Mantle of the Owl. Your share of the loot is 31 copper. Loot, Paladin has selected green 4, Twilight Mantle of the Owl. Loot, Dalania has selected green 4, Twilight Mantle of the Owl. Loot, Shakama has selected green 4, Twilight Mantle of the Owl. Dalania receives loot, Mana Potion. Paladin says, can't believe we lived. Shakama receives loot, silk cloth. Shakama receives loot, sweet nectar. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 53 copper. Crack Fury says, good save.
That's still recharging.
Dalania receives loot, double mail shoulder pads. Dalania receives loot, silk cloth. Your share of the loot is 50 copper. Dalania says, I can't blizz if you and their up.
Sidenese has gone offline.
Crack Fury says, we HAB slow totem. Loot, you passed on, Twilight Mantle of the Owl. Loot, greed roll, 14 for Twilight Mantle of the Owl by Crack Fury. Loot, greed Twilight Mantle of the Owl by Paladin. Reroll 30 for Twilight Mantle of the Owl by Dolany. Reroll 56 for Twilight Mantle of the Owl by Shakama. Loot, Shakama 1, Twilight Mantle of the Owl. Shakama receives loot, Twilight Mantle of the Owl. Scarlet Monk attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear.
Pinot Nero has come online.
Scarlet Abbot becomes enraged. Scarlet Abbot becomes enraged. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 36 copper. Jazzering Belt of the World. Shakama receives loot, silk cloths 3. Your share of the loot is 2 silver, 60 copper. Loot, Crack Fury has selected Greed 4, Jazzering Belt of the Wolf. You receive loot, silk cloths 4. Loot, you have selected Greed 4, Jazzering Belt of the Wolf. Loot, Shakama has selected Greed 4, Jazzering Belt of the Wolf. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 13 copper. Loot, Paladin has selected Greed 4, Jazzering Belt of the Wolf. Loot, Dolania has selected Greed 4, Jazzering Belt of the Wolf. Loot, Greed Roll, 44 for Jazzering Belt of the Wolf by Shakama. Greed Roll, 33 for Jazzering Belt of the Wolf by Galstangus. Greed Roll, 73 for Jazzering Belt of the Wolf by Dolania. Greed Roll, 90 for Jazzering Belt of the Wolf by Crack Fury. Greed Roll, 96 for Jazzering Belt of the Wolf by Paladin. Loot, Paladin 1, Jazzering Belt of the Wolf. Paladin receives loot, Jazzering Belt of the Wolf. Shakama says, also dispelling the renews. Shakama says, Purge asterisk. Crack Fury says, Big Brain. Your share of the loot is 90 copper. Shakama says, LOL, I got yelled at for not doing it earlier runs. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Shakama says, so now I know XD. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. The share of the loot is 28 copper. Shakama says, shouldn't say elephant but rather corrected. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Crack Fury receives loot, silk cloths 2. Crack Fury receives loot, hardened leather pants. Your share of the loot is 70 copper. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Chaplain attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Your share of the loot is 23 copper. Your share of the loot is 34 copper.
Lootopia has gone offline.
They must be purified.
Scarlet Abbot becomes enraged. Crack Fury says, remember we gotta clear the whole thing before boss. Loot, Knights Legards of Power. Your share of the loot is 75 copper. Crack Fury has selected 3 Knights Legards of Power. Loot, Shakama has selected Greed 4, Knights Legards of Power. Loot, Dolania has selected Greed 4, Knights Legards of Power. Loot, Paladin has selected Greed 4, Knights Legards of Power. Crack Fury receives loot, Greater healing potion. Shakama
Arise,
says,
my
yeah.
champion.
At
Shakama
your
says,
side, my lady.
else calls for aid. Loot, you have selected Breed 4, Knight's Leg Arts of Power. Loot, Breed Roll, 90 for Knight's Leg Arts of Power by Crack Fury. Loot, Greed Roll, 12 for Knight's Leg Arts of Power by Paladin. Loot, Greed Roll, 59 for Knight's Leg Arts of Power by Dalania. Loot, Greed Roll, 76 for Knight's Leg Arts of Power by Galstangus. Loot, Greed Roll, 81 for Knight's Leg Arts of Power by Shakama. Loot, Crack Fury 1, Knight's Leg Arts of Power. Crack Fury receives Loot, Knight's Leg Arts of Power. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Paladin says, faster if we do boss and all mobs at once though. Paladin says, JK. Crack Fury says, LOL. Shakama says, ah. Scarlet Wizard attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Champion attempts to run away in fear. Scarlet Centurion attempts to run away in fear. Dalania receives loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 85 copper.
Salvia has gone offline.
Shakama receives loot, metal stave. Shakama receives loot, silk cloths 2. Your share of the loot is 40 copper. Shakama says, secret. Loot, Inquisitor's Shawl. Your share of the loot is 1 silver, 97 copper. Loot, Paladin has